All right, guys, we are back, and unfortunately, that last segment, for some reason, one of the cameras messed up, so you got to look at my pretty mug for 15 minutes.
But you are pretty.
Yeah, right? I know, right?
It's been
Thanks,
documented.
Billy.
It's been documented.
You're pretty, too.
No,
But now I got...
this is going in a different direction.
Now I've got Billy S. in frame, and so now you can see his pretty face, too. And but the last segment was such a good conversation, we didn't want to scrap it and start over. So, back what we was talking to, I just recently started listening back to George Michael.
Right.
And he's insanely still one of the best vocalists that I know of, male vocalist.
Yeah, he had a true power.
Yeah.
And a vocal style, too, though, yeah.
But so he's got all these songs stuck in my head, and I'm constantly walking around. Somebody tell me, you know. Is there any singers that you're listening to right now that you really enjoy, or any artist?
Let's see.
Because I'm constantly looking for new stuff to listen to.
Yeah, I'm trying to see what I've been listening to most. I've been listening to a little bit of make-out music.
Oh, yeah? Hey, that's good. Me too. I listen to Portishead a lot. I think Portishead is good make-out music.
Right.
Sexy music.
Actually, I listen to, a lot of times, girl singers.
Yeah?
One of my favorite new things is a Sade, of all things, live concert.
Okay.
Where, she really breaks out the loud guitars and the distortion, heavy beats. But she sings so trippy anyway, I think. But yeah, but I've been digging that. And
like spacey.
Yeah. I've been focusing on a lot of my own stuff lately, just working on, I have some new acoustic songs and then some new songs with the band. So that's going real good. I'm trying to think of who I don't listen to much rock radio.
Do you listen to any of the heavy music that's out these days on the rock radio?
Well, and that's it. Because I usually miss rock radio.
Yeah.
I don't often check in.
Yeah. I don't hardly check on the radio.
I'm not sure if that's good. Yeah.
I would consider radio dead. I mean, it's so funny because I went to this. I saw online they had a focus group, and they were paying $50. So I wasn't doing anything that day. I was like, all right, I'll go down there.
Okay.
Went down there, get my $50, but they go through about 1,000 songs, about 5 seconds of 1,000 different songs, and you rate that song
in those first couple.
Yeah,
okay.
And
see if you'll turn the channel or not, probably.
Yeah, and so you're going through all these songs, and the songs that they played are so played out and cliche, and I'm like, dude, give us something new.
I don't think you can trick the listener anymore.
You know,
I think there might have been a time because everything hasn't been done then.
Right.
But I think now, to a degree, so much has been done that it's got to be different, or we're passé.
Yeah, we're gonna be like, heard it.
Some
before.
people get mad.
Yeah.
I thought you said you were bringing me something new.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Where's the new music? Rock, whatever.
Like one of my favorite musicians or bands really was Morphine.
Yeah. For sure.
Yeah, and it was just so amazing to me because the sound they were able to get with just that baritone sax, that 2-string bass with the slide and the drums.
But it came across as a heavy rock sound.
Yeah.
And it came across
I love
big.
It. I love it. And Mark Salmon's dead now, but the music is just timeless. It's like Pink Floyd for me. It's like I can listen to it no matter what mood I'm in, and then I'm in the mood for that.
Yeah.
But
that's the mark of a good song.
Yeah.
Or a good band for a good sound. Yeah.
Well, somebody was asking me yesterday if I, what kind of music I enjoyed, and I told them, I heard Miles Davis say this whenever I was a kid in an interview. He said, because my dad he's a music fan, hardcore, so he turned me on to a lot of old school. And Miles Davis said, to the person that was interviewing him, what kind of music do you like? He says, I like anything with soul.
Right.
And you can see right away whether it has soul or not. And if it doesn't have soul, then it's trash. And so for me, a lot of the musicians that if I see they have soul and they're not just like, I call them musicians by numbers, like paint by numbers,
Right, and that happens.
And if I see the soul, then I'll listen to any type of music. I don't care what it is.
But I think you can tell that right off. I think you can
yeah.
see that or feel it right off or hear it right off.
Absolutely, absolutely. And I don't listen to much heavy music, but lately I've been listening to this band called In This Moment that my brother Joe Bone turned me on to. And they're a little bit heavier, but they're called Hell Pop. Yeah. And so it's like pop, but it's kind of like Metallica, it's kind of got that groove to it that you're like, oh yeah. And it's got this female singer called Mariah Brink, Mariah Brink. And she is badass. She's got a range on her vocals. Wow. That's out of this world. At first, whenever I heard it, I thought it was a dude.
Right.
And then whenever I saw her, she's this
can be that strong with your vocal.
Pretty long blonde hair little girl, and she gets up there and rocks it out.
Right. Yeah, we always respect the girl on stage.
As far as girl singers go, I love Fiona Apple.
Yeah.
I love Adele. Amy Winehouse was my baby, even though most of the things that you look at on YouTube, she was a little bit off.
She was off. Sad to say. It was probably the alcohol and the other thing. Yeah. It's hard to be on with all those.
Yeah, absolutely. And then I was watching a video of her last night, and she was in, it was a very small venue. Probably held about 1,000 people. And they were doing a live recording of the show, and she stopped after the first song, and she said, "Is my dad in the audience? My dad is in the audience. I thought it was such a small venue. I might be able to see him." And then she kept looking, and she didn't see him, and nobody raised their hand. You could see on her face the disappointment, and then they went into the next song, and you could see like she stumbled getting into the song because her head was somewhere else.
I'm sure.
And and that just made me think like maybe.
I heard that about her though, that she was a daddy's girl, and he was the one that she would listen to straighten up, and she just never really finished straightening up.
Right. I mean, hell, that line in Rehab, she says, "My daddy says I'm fine."
You got to watch what you sing about yourself.
Right.
Yeah, that's why I always try to go, "I'm happy, I'm rich, I got everything I need."
You ain't lying now. Hey, that's a powerful thing. Yeah. And that's funny you say that, because the power of positive thinking is something that I've just recently discovered.
Yeah.
And
makes all the difference.
It's a secret.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
like what you repeat that becomes your reality.
Yeah, man, years ago, whenever Dr. Phil first started, he would talk about inner dialogue.
Right, dude.
And inner dialogue is very important.
All hippies can learn from Dr. Phil.
That's right.
Yeah, I've watched it a couple times. Now, if it's too much drama, I can't watch. But
right.
I got enough family
I don't
drama.
watch him anymore. But there's little nuggets of wisdom stick with me. I have like a list of quotes that run through my head, and I live by them. And that's one of them, and just recently I had an experience where a friend of mine was like, I don't know, talking to his son a little bit harshly, calling him a dumbass and this and that. And so I was like,
you can't.
Yeah, I was like, dude, I was like,
unless you want him to be a dumbass, don't call him that.
I was like, with all due respect, if you start that dialogue with him, then his inner dialogue is going to be like, I'm stupid, I'm an idiot, blah blah blah, and and then you created a monster.
I even a kid the other day that I know, I said something, and he goes, "No, it's because I'm crazy." And I realized, I bet his mama's been saying that. I go, "No, you're not crazy. You're a real smart kid." I said, "It's just that you got to make sure that you do this thing right." Whatever he was doing. So
learn from your mistakes.
Right, yeah, but you got to watch it. Yeah.
That's the way you get an expert right there, is you mess something up, realize you messed it up, do it right, and then you never make that mistake again.
Yeah, mistakes are fine. Yeah, I'm glad for mine.
Yeah,
and
me
I lived through a few that were pretty close calls. And, yeah.
Have you ever had a moment where you thought, crap, this is it, this is how I'm going to go? You had that thought like I'm about to die?
Well, I've been in a few wrecks, but I think they were so quick.
You didn't really have time?
Yeah. And I think I'm ready whenever they come and get me, because I've had a pretty good trip.
I can dig that. I can dig that. That's a good outlook to have. I feel the same way.
I'd like about a few more years.
Yeah.
50-ish.
I wouldn't mind sticking around. Whenever I was younger, I thought that 40 would probably be my limit. But when you're so young
mine was
like
30.
that. Really?
I didn't think I'd make it past 30.
Well, here we are.
And then when I did, and I was like, still could move around, and
it's like I'm okay.
Yeah, had a new song, and new girlfriend. Oh, well, maybe 30 didn't die. Okay, maybe I could make it.
No, I'm 38 now, and I'm like, I feel like I got another at least 30 years in me. So
yeah, I've known plenty of people too. That's one of the things I've learned about getting some older is that I think our minds are the same. That's why you might meet a 90-year-old man and his mind is the same mind. He just can't move anymore.
Yeah,
we just don't get to move as much. So I'm thankful I can move and go and do what I want to do, and I'm pretty free as an artist and musician to live.
Yeah, absolutely.
I definitely work.
I count my blessings every day. I've got a real good close girlfriend of mine that her son just recently had some type of virus or bacteria that attacked his own brain.
Gosh.
And so he actually has he's trying to rebuild those synapses in his brain. Okay. And he'll walk sometimes and have his hand like this, and he'll have a little bit of a limp, and she tries to get him to all right, put your hand down like this,
like
and
almost teach it to go down.
Because you got to relearn that stuff, and then the brain just messed all up, and bless his heart, but I mean, you can see that he's still there. Yeah. And he's still a smart kid. It's just trying to get the words out, and little things like that is difficult. And people don't understand that you could have your cognitive, you could be there, and then your brain's not allowing you to function the way that you're supposed to, and that's a scary thing for me. So I constantly count my blessings and try to help out where I can, where those things are concerned. I think for us artists, it's important for us because we do have such a beautiful life, and we are living our dream.
That's why I see you. You're always trying to play a benefit and stuff like that, and that's how I feel too. I'd rather, if I get to do this, I'd rather donate, or even if I can just sing a song. And
if you love what you're doing, why not donate some of that time?
And that's there's a few things each year that I donate art to, even like the Art of Chocolate, which is CASA. That's lawyers for abused children.
Oh yeah.
And moms.
Yep.
And then one of the other ones is Walton Rehabilitation. I always donate to their undercover artists thing.
That's awesome too, because it's just like what I was saying with music being magic. Visual art can be the same type of magic, and whenever you look at something that makes you feel good, that's medicine.
It really is. It's been a trip for me even to get to. I'm thankful that my art is that trippy, colorful stuff.
It's fun
because I get to paint it, and I'm in it. I'm right there painting it, so I'm really in those. And
I really like the way you use colors, man.
Well, it's an accident. I think I just didn't know any better.
Right.
I never took an art lesson, so I don't know how to paint.
It's got to be just something like God gave you an eye for it, and it's like, that looks good with that, and then bam,
Well, and that really is it. And what's funny too is that even the like my last CD cover is this painting, but it's all this green in the background, a lot of green. But the reason I use so much green then, because I've had a few people go, "Man, I love the way you put that green, that particular green with the purple and all," and just a little touch of red. And I went, well, I used all that green because it was the only tube I had a full tube of. It was a big canvas, So I went, the only way I can cover this is with green. Right. So I greened it up, And so it's really funny that. So some of it's an accident and some of it's on purpose. But I usually go, oh yeah, this would look good with that. But,
right. It's kind of like picking out an outfit, kind of.
Yeah, I'm not too good at picking out an outfit.
Hey, man.
Yeah, ever black since and blue.
I had a fire.
It's a win-win.
I had a fire a year and a half ago, something like that. Lost everything.
Okay.
Jumped out the window with my bed on fire. I'm lucky I'm alive.
Wow.
And so whenever that happened,
okay.
It was a blessing. Honestly, I never felt more free than right after that, because I broke free from everything.
Dude.
And then I was like, I'm gonna only wear black T-shirts and black jeans from now on,
forever.
From now on,
yeah.
And so since all my clothes were burned up, I was like, I can start from scratch and have what I want.
Just black shirts and just blue jeans.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, we're gonna take a short pause, and we'll be right back. Okay, dokie.
At the head of my pen, at the right of my hand, at the hand of my mind, at the mind of my soul, who I wanna be, yeah, who they want me to be, who I wanna be, yeah. Who are they? Who are they? I am one still, and they cry. I am my own. I'm an animal. I'm an animal. I'm an animal.